Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some of the most electrifying moments in sports history. We're talking about the Davids who toppled Goliaths, the underdogs who clawed their way to victory against all odds. These are the stories that remind us why we love sports: the sheer unpredictability, the raw emotion, and the undeniable power of the human spirit. So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's relive some moments that truly shocked the world. First up, let's travel back to the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid, New York. The event, ice hockey. The matchup, a young, scrappy team of American college players and amateurs facing the seemingly invincible Soviet Union national team. The Soviet Red Machine was a powerhouse, having won the previous 4 Olympic gold medals and dominating international hockey for decades. They were professionals in all but name, playing together year-round. The U.S. team, with an average age of just 21, was the youngest in the tournament and given virtually no chance. But something magical happened on that ice. The Americans, fueled by an entire nation's hopes and the deafening roar of the home crowd, played the game of their lives. They matched the Soviet skill with pure grit and heart. The game was a tense, back-and-forth battle. With 10 minutes left in the final period, U.S. captain Mike Eruzione fired a wrist shot that found the back of the net, putting the Americans ahead 4-3. The final minutes felt like an eternity as the Soviets launched a relentless assault. But the young American team held on, leading to Al Michaels' iconic broadcast call, "Do you believe in miracles?" Yes, the miracle on ice wasn't just a hockey game. It was a defining moment of the Cold War era, a story of hope and determination that transcended sports. Now, let's fast forward to the world of football, or soccer as it's known in the States. The year is 2004, and the UEFA European Championship is underway in Portugal. The Greek national team arrived at the tournament with odds of 150-1 to win. They had never won a single match at a major tournament before. Their style wasn't flashy, it was built on rock-solid defense and clinical efficiency. Pundits and fans didn't give them a second thought. They were expected to be an easy 3 points for their group stage opponents, but Greece had other plans. They started the tournament by defeating the host nation, Portugal, in a stunning upset. It was a sign of things to come. They navigated the group stage, and then, in the knockout rounds, they did the unthinkable. They defeated the reigning champions, France, a team boasting legends like Zinedine Zidane and Thierry Henry, with a 1-0 victory. Then, they took down the Czech Republic, another tournament favorite. This set up a final showdown against, you guessed it, the host nation, Portugal, who were desperate for revenge on their home turf with a young Cristiano Ronaldo in their ranks. In a storybook ending, Greece won the final 1-0, with Angelos Karistias scoring the decisive header. An entire nation erupted in celebration. The Greek triumph was a masterclass in tactical discipline and team unity, proving that you don't need a roster of superstars to conquer a continent. From the pitch to the boxing ring, let's talk about one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. February 11, 1990, in Tokyo, the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson, was set to defend his titles against a challenger named Buster Douglas. Tyson was a force of nature, a terrifying knockout artist who had destroyed every opponent in his path. He was considered the most dominant fighter on the planet, and this was seen as just another easy payday. Buster Douglas, on the other hand, was a 42-1 underdog. He was a talented, but often unmotivated fighter whose personal life had recently been struck by tragedy. The fight wasn't supposed to be competitive. But from the opening bell, Douglas showed a focus and determination no one expected. He used his superior reach and a sharp jab to keep Tyson at bay, controlling the fight. The crowd was in stunned silence. Tyson, for the first time in his professional career, looked human. He was confused, he was getting hit, and in the 8th round, he managed to knock Douglas down. It looked like the champ had finally found his moment. But Douglas, channeling an inner strength few knew he possessed, beat the count. Then, in the 10th round, the unthinkable happened. Douglas unleashed a blistering combination, sending Tyson crashing to the canvas for the first time ever. The baddest man on Theplinet was counted out. Buster Douglas was the new heavyweight champion of the world. It was a testament to the fact that on any given night, a fighter with enough heart and the right game plan can overcome even the most fearsome opponent. Let's switch gears to the gridiron and the 2008 Super Bowl. The New England Patriots, led by quarterback Tom Brady, were on the verge of a perfect season. They were 18-0, an offensive juggernaut that had steamrolled every team in their path. They were widely considered one of the greatest teams in NFL history. Their opponents were the New York Giants, a wild-card team that had fought and scraped its way to the championship game. The Patriots were favored by 12 points, and many expected a blowout. The game turned into a defensive slugfest. The Giants' defensive line relentlessly harassed Tom Brady, doing what no other team had managed to do all season. Still, with just over 2 minutes left, the Patriots took the lead. The Giants' dream seemed to be over, but quarterback Eli Manning had other ideas. He led his team on a final, desperate drive. Then came the helmet catch. Facing a 3rd and 5, Manning escaped a collapsing pocket and heaved the ball downfield. Receiver David Tyree leapt into the air, pinning the ball against his helmet as he was dragged to the ground. The miraculous catch kept the drive alive. A few plays later, Manning threw the game-winning touchdown to Plaxico Burress. The undefeated season was shattered. The Giants had pulled off one of the greatest upsets in Super Bowl history, a classic example of a team playing its best when it mattered the most. Finally, let's talk about the fairytale of all fairy tales in the world of club football. The 2015-2016 English Premier League season. Before the season started, the team Leicester City was given 5,000-1 odds to win the league title. To put that in perspective, bookmakers thought it was more likely that Elvis Presley would be found alive. The previous season, they had barely avoided relegation, surviving in the top flight by the skin of their teeth. They had a new manager, Claudio Ranieri, and a team of players who were largely unknown or considered past their prime. But what unfolded was pure magic. Week after week, this band of misfits defied expectations. With Jamie Vardy scoring goals for fun, Riyad Mahrez dazzling with his skill, and N'Golo Kanté covering every blade of grass in midfield, they just kept winning. The big clubs with their billionaire owners and superstar squads kept waiting for Leicester to fall apart, but they never did. They played with a joy and a cohesiveness that was infectious. As the season neared its end, the impossible started to look possible. And then, it happened. Leicester City, the 5,000-1 underdogs, were crowned champions of England. It's a story that will likely never be repeated, a beautiful reminder that in sports and in life, sometimes the most unbelievable dreams really can come true. These stories are more than just games. They are powerful narratives of belief, resilience, and the magic of the unexpected. They show us that no matter how big the challenge, no matter what the odds say, there is always a chance. That's the beauty of sports, isn't it? It's unscripted drama at its finest. What are some of your favorite underdog stories? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. See you in the next one.